All right, here we are. What a day. We are live. Holy crap. Fresh cup of coffee, no sleep, but we're here. Oh, I guess I should bring up the right browser. There we go. Start in the right place. You know the drill. Jump on the old Twitters. Give me a follow. Give me a like or whatever we do on the Twitters. Coinbase IPO day. Markets were red. It was a roller coaster ride, just as predicted. Just as I predicted. But we're here, and it looks like things are starting to rebound. Here's some big news right there we'll cover here in a bit. Yep. Here's this little fun meme that I made. Is it going to work? It's not going to work. It's going to break. Thinking about shorting coin and buying more Bitcoin. I didn't actually short coin today. That was terrifying to watch. Anybody watching that chart definitely got themselves some vertigo today. But all right, enough of my rambling. Let's jump into it here. Where are we at on the old CoinGecko? Market cap currently sitting at $2.23 trillion. Where were we at yesterday? 2.13, something like that. We're up another $1 billion in less than 24 hours. Bitcoin currently sitting at $62,765. Ethereum on a tear right now at $2,434. I would expect Ethereum to break 2,500 tonight. Something to keep an eye on. Binance Coin, $540, still taking a bit of a breather from its recent run. XRP sitting at $1.78. One thing, I'm using CoinGecko today instead of CoinMarketCap. One, because it's a little easier on my computer, less crap that it tries to load up. But if we go to this categories section right here on the main page, check this out. This is pretty cool. They've got all the coins broken up into different sectors. For those of us veterans from the boomer market, you'll understand what I mean by the word sector. Look at this. We're broken up. You've got your exchange-based tokens, DeFi tokens, centralized exchange tokens, or SEX. All your Binance ecosystem coins. I mean, just really nice how they've done this. I've tried to break up coins into different sectors myself, but didn't look nearly as nice as this. Not nearly as user-friendly. Privacy coins, these are going to be huge in 2021. Promise you that. Lending and borrowing. Definitely check it out. CoinGecko. Great website. Not owned by Binance. So, there's that. Alright, let's jump into the news. Obviously, the biggest news of the day, right, that everyone's talking about. Vaneck launches new ETF on NASDAQ to offer exposure to digital asset-focused companies. Asset manager Vaneck has launched a new exchange-traded fund, or ETF, on NASDAQ that aims to track companies working in digital asset space or those that have exposure to the nascent asset class. The ETF, dubbed Digital Transformation ETF, would provide exposure to various companies in the digital asset space, including crypto exchanges, miners, payment gateways, hardware, and technology providers. The fund, however, will not invest in cryptocurrencies directly or indirectly through derivatives, says Vaneck. The ETF has a ticker symbol of DAP. That's really my favorite part of this whole story. You know how much of a sucker I am for ticker symbols. I will buy a coin or a stock based on simply upon how cool their ticker symbol is, and I am not afraid to admit it. DApp, Decentralized Applications, is what that stands for in the crypto space. So very cool that they're using that as their ticker symbol. I realize this isn't the top news of the day. I think it should have been. I think this is much bigger news than the Coinbase IPO, which is why I put it at the top of my rundown. But we will get into the Coinbase. Second biggest news of the day that nobody's talking about. Shapeshift to pioneer cross-chain trading with Thorchain. This is the very first DEX that we have in crypto that is allowing us to do swaps with other blockchains. For example, you could swap your Binance out with your Ethereum right there on the DEX without having to go through an exchange and get your wrapped version. That whole song and dance just drives everybody nuts. So yeah, Thorchain now offering a fully interoperable DEX. Vitalik says we should put resources towards a proper trustless, serverless, maximally Uniswap-like UX. ETH to Bitcoin decentralized exchange. It's embarrassing that we still can't easily move between the two largest crypto ecosystems trustlessly. Well, now we can. With Shapeshift. Very cool. This is actually pioneered by Eric Voorhees, who is actually one of the crypto OGs. I think he was one of the co-founders of Coinbase, if I'm not mistaken. So, definitely an OG to the space, knows what he's talking about. Him and all of his other old hand crypto buddies firmly believe in this new Thor chain. So something I'm definitely going to be jumping into and really taking a deeper dive. I haven't actually used this DEX yet. I haven't even had a chance to jump on here and take a look at it. But I will definitely be doing that. We might even do a whole tutorial on how to use this, because this is huge, guys. And again, this wasn't even in the top 5 headline news things today, but it made it to mine. Eric says, "Behold, this has never been done before. Native unwrapped Ethereum and native unwrapped Bitcoin out." Very cool. $5,000 trade, no intermediary, no custody, no KYC. DeFi, that's where everything's going. All right, moving along. Here's your big news. Coinbase pops, then drops. Yeah, I watched it all day today. It was a bit nauseating, as you can see from the chart here. But I haven't looked at it after hours, but my assumption was that as soon as 3 o'clock hit, as soon as the boomer market closed, that the damn thing was going to run. So we'll have to jump into that when we get into the charts, see exactly where coin's sitting. But yeah, that downtrend, wow. See, we started off strong. Huge amount of volume came in the beginning, and then it was just a sell-off, which, if you were listening to me ramble on yesterday, you heard me predict this exact situation. It was going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news situation, and that's exactly what we saw. We didn't just see it in the stock market, we saw it in the crypto market too. What was unexpected was just how much money Coinbase sucked out of the rest of the markets. Crypto and stock market alike. The money was just being sucked out of everything. For about the first 30 minutes of the IPO, you could watch the money just flood out of all these other coins, all these other stocks that were crypto related, and just get thrown into Coinbase. And then it wasn't too long after the IPO that things started turning red. And the second we got that first red candle, the selling started, and it did not stop until the market closed. One of the things that differentiates direct listings from IPOs is the potential for volatility. No shit. Shareholders don't have lockups. Big institutional investors don't have an incentive to defend a certain price. Things can get wild. In other words, the model definitely fits the crypto crowd. Yeah, I second that. When it comes to the significance of the moment, many people captured it pretty well on Twitter. We liked Sam's take. This is about the future, and it's only just getting started. Let's see. So yeah, that's all I got on the Coinbase IPO. I mean, it's nothing but good things for the crypto ecosystem. Yeah, it was going to be bumpy on the IPO, but now that we've gotten that out of the way, I think it's smooth sailing. Moving along, MicroStrategy, PayPal, Square, Tesla, all in the red on day of Coinbase listing. That goes to what I was just talking about, the money flooding out of everything else. The crypto industry might be feeling good about itself as it waits for Coinbase to appear on the NASDAQ, but other Bitcoin-linked firms are all in the red. Coinbase is set to go public with a listing on the NASDAQ today. Other companies tied to Bitcoin are all deep in the red. Coinbase is going public with a listing on the NASDAQ, and while other crypto exchanges much anticipated valuation and generating buzz in the crypto sphere, other big tech names tied to Bitcoin are all in the red. MicroStrategy, Square, PayPal, and Tesla share prices are all going in the wrong direction, casting doubt on the assumption that Bitcoin-exposed firms will benefit from the positive investor sentiment. You can't derive that from the events of today. Today's, I'm not going to call it a black swan event, but it's an IPO day. Things get stupid on IPO days. The Coinbase's price will figure out where it wants to be, just like it does with every other stock, for crying out loud. It doesn't mean bad for any sector or anything like that. MicroStrategy, a software company that is largely credited with sparking a run of institutional investment into Bitcoin last summer, has poured over $5 billion into the flagship cryptocurrency. Earlier this week, the company announced that its board of directors will be paid in Bitcoin, a put your money where your mouth is move that many have come to expect from CEO Michael Saylor. That guy is like my freaking hero, I swear. One of Bitcoin's loudest advocates. Despite putting such faith in the cryptocurrency, MicroStrategy stock is down on the day the crypto industry is set to enjoy one of the most validating moves in recent history. Potentially just moments before Coinbase hits the NASDAQ, MicroStrategy is down 8% to $781 per share as of 12:45. You know what they don't mention here is how up MicroStrategy is. For God's sakes, MicroStrategy is up like 500% on the year. I think they're all right to be down 8% on the day. Square, it's going to be the same story there, so we can just... Oh, what's happening? Click the wrong thing. So yeah, that's the news here, is that Coinbase killed the boomer market. Sorry about that for all of you in the boomer market. Moving along, FTX pre-trading of coin sees violent repricing ahead of Coinbase listing. I meant to send this to one of my buddies and let him know this was going on. It was pretty wild to watch. What this is if you don't know, there's a couple companies out there that are doing synthetic versions, coin tokenized versions of stocks. Binance did it with Tesla yesterday. Synthetics is another protocol that's been doing it. They're trying to tokenize the entire stock market over there at Synthetics. But anyway, they've got they started trading their version of coin at midnight this morning, and the price difference between what we were seeing on the tokenized version of Coinbase and what we saw on the actual listing was pretty incredible. While recent reports expect coin to open around $349 a share, pre-trading on FTX had put the Coinbase stock at $640. A violent repricing has since followed, with the asset falling more than 30% on the crypto trading platform. FTX users overestimate coin. After a steady increase in the last few days, coin USD on the FTX hits an all-time high at $640 a few hours ago. However, reports announcing coin was expected to open at $349 provoked a drastic drop in FTX. No joke. I don't understand how that could have gotten so out of whack. For one, why were they listing the tokenized version of coin so far ahead of the actual IPO itself? That was not a smart move on their end, but I gotta chalk this up to just growing pains and trying something new. I mean, we're all trying to learn here in this new world that we find ourselves in. Walter Bloomberg, Coinbase Global Class A shares indicated to open at $349 in NASDAQ debut. Oh, there's the chart. That's actually the FTX chart. What's interesting, though, is if you look at the FTX chart right up until the IPO, and then you take the chart of the NASDAQ chart of the actual stock itself from the moment of its IPO, and you lay it over this chart of where coin was trading, the tokenized version of coin was trading from midnight till the IPO this morning, and these charts are flipping identical. So I don't know, that's spooky. I can't explain it. Maybe that has something to do with the futures driving the market. I don't know. I don't know. No explanation for it. Just a freaky observation I've had. If you're watching this and you've got an answer for me, please let me know, because it spooked me out a little bit. All right, moving right along. What do we got? On day of Coinbase listing, SEC Chair Gary Gensler takes the helm. That's right, Gary Gensler has been approved by the Senate to lead the SEC. This is fantastic news. I don't know if you've watched any of Gary Gensler's MIT speeches that he delivers. You can watch them on YouTube. They are incredible. This man, I wouldn't say he's necessarily pro-cryptocurrency, like he's going in there and he's going to just bring, his number one focus is going to be crypto. I'm not saying that, but the man understands cryptocurrency more than any other SEC chairman that we've ever had, that's for sure. So I highly recommend jumping on YouTube, run a search for Gary Gensler, MIT. You will not be disappointed. The guy probably knows more about blockchain and cryptocurrency than I do. Not probably, he definitely does. He absolutely does. Gary Gensler has been approved by the Senate to lead the SEC. He has a background in crypto after teaching an MIT course on blockchain. Words are hard right now. Previously calling Bitcoin a catalyst for change. I couldn't agree more, Gary. Could not agree more. Gary Gensler has been approved by the United States Senate to lead the SEC. The approval comes on the same day Coinbase goes public. Coinbase's listing is not the only big story happening in the crypto sphere today. Gensler, who is very familiar with the crypto industry, has been approved by the Senate as the SEC's next chairman. He has previously taught a course on Bitcoin and blockchain technology at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, or MIT for us laymen. What can we expect from a Gensler-led SEC? Gensler has frequently been touted as crypto-friendly candidate for the SEC chairman, or at least a candidate who is very familiar with the industry. Pretty much what I just said. Other than teaching blockchain and money at MIT, Gensler penned an op-ed for CoinDesk in December of 2020. In that op-ed, he described Bitcoin as a catalyst for change, but he also observed how the cryptocurrency is prone to scams and manipulation. Yeah, it is. It really is. What do we got there? Is that the Bitcoin chart? Yep. With a resume that includes significant background in crypto, many big names in the industry have high hopes for a Gensler-led SEC. Anthony Scaramucci, former White House communications director and co-founder of Skybridge Capital, told Decrypt that the U.S. could see a Bitcoin ETF in a year if Gensler takes control of the regulator. Yeah, we'll believe it when we see it. Anyway, that's big news there that also was completely overshadowed by the Coinbase news. All right, moving right along. Next up, WisdomTree lists Bitcoin ETP on Deutsche Börse as ETF application awaits SEC review. We talked about this yesterday with the Deutsche Börse ETP. What I didn't catch yesterday, and I probably would have if I had read the article all the way through, was that WisdomTree, the American-based, they're not an exchange, broker, I guess is what we'll call them. Yeah, American-based broker was behind the listing of the ETP on the Deutsche Börse. So I thought that was interesting. The Bitcoin ETP goes live in Frankfurt while regulators in DC consider WisdomTree's Bitcoin ETF application. So yeah, they've also got an ETF application in the pipeline as well, along with everybody else it seems like. Hey guys, we should apply for our own Bitcoin ETF. We could be rich. Anyway, yep, just wanted to touch on that. Moving along. One of my favorite coins in the news, VeChain, to consolidate before next major price movement. VeChain could be posed to consolidate before its next significant price move. Thanks for repeating the headline twice. VeChain has reached an all-time high of 17 cents. The mounting buying pressure behind it seems to be fueled by a recent collaboration with Salesforce. Now VET trades within a narrow range that will determine where it is heading next. We talked about this when we were looking at the charts yesterday, and the day before actually, that VeChain shot up to an all-time high and has been consolidating in a very tight range, and is definitely looking like it's poised to make its next move up to 25 cents is where I'd put it right now, and then of course long-term price target of $1 on it. Easy, I think. This goes into how VeChain may slow down Salesforce's decision to start testing enterprise adoption ideas on top of the VeChain Thor blockchain has been the catalyst that pushed this cryptocurrency to new horizons. VET's market value has risen nearly 70% since the announcement was made, going from 10 cents all the way up to 17 cents. VeChain's recent price action seems to have shaped a bull flag on the hourly chart. The 39% upswing between April 8th and 10th created Pattern's flagpole, while the 3-day long consolidation period that followed developed the flag. Thanks for that breakdown on bull flags. Now that VET has risen over 28% to reach the bull flag's target at 17 cents, two crucial price hurdles have emerged, which will likely determine where it is heading next. Yeah, we'll jump into all this when we hit the charts here in a bit, but yeah, they're spot on. Okay, no need to go into all that technical jargon. We'll be doing that here in a second. Dogecoin, to end us off on the news here. Doge rides crypto wave to new all-time high prior to Coinbase NASDAQ listing. Okay, I'm going to be perfectly honest with everybody here. I FOMO'd into Doge 100% last night. I saw the momentum, I saw the damn thing shooting up, and I threw a couple $100 into it just to ride that momentum. You know how when we're doing stuff like that, we are literally lighting our money on fire and throwing it away, pretending like it doesn't even exist anymore. All right, this is not investing. This is betting. We placed a bet on the momentum, and it paid off. Oh my God, did it pay off? We made some good money on this little investment. Sorry, bet. At press time, Dogecoin, up 37.8%, was changing hands at 13 cents, up 68% in the past 24 hours. On Messari, Dogecoin's market cap has also surpassed that of Bitcoin Cash. Holy crap. And Chainlink. I didn't see that. That's huge. Now being ranked as 10 most valued crypto. Doge is back in the top 10 cryptos. How nuts is that? Messari's data also shows that there were 100 cryptocurrencies with at least 1 billion market cap, as the global market now values at around 2.2 trillion. 2.3 now, boys. 2.3 now. The staggering gains across the crypto market came in the lead up to Coinbase's direct listing. Coinbase hype with crypto in terms of valuation and its domino effect on other markets means Wednesday's direct listing might become a key catalyst event, says Singapore-based Crypto Quant. Notably, at the time of writing, Dogecoin is not listed on Coinbase. That is true. But you can buy it on Robinhood. I mean, you can buy the paper version on Robinhood. We don't need to get into all that. But that's the news. That's all I got on the news. So let's jump into the charts. My favorite time of day. Let me close out of some of our headlines here so that we can get all the juice we can for our charts. All right. Hello. Good time to get a drink of coffee. Oh, now that we've blasted through the news for the day. All right. Start with Bitcoin. The huge. Maybe. I don't know why it gets so rough. Maybe we should starting with the charts as opposed to ending with them. Seems like once we get through all the news, my charts just completely go to crap on us. I was worried I forgot to turn my mic on. Okay, we're good. Oh, goodness. All right, let's see. Where are we here? That's the ETH chart. Here's Bitcoin. On the 4-hour chart, you can see this. Yes, I know. Go away. You can see right here, this was our run-up leading into the IPO. This was our whole buy the rumor right here. And then you can see we quickly sold the news. Just as predicted, unfortunately. I wish that wouldn't have happened, but as you can see, what we do? We rode up, and all we really did was we came right back down to our moving averages, right? We bounced right off of our moving averages. We put in a double bottom right here, and now we're moving back up. We can actually go into the 5-minute here, get a little better look at what's going on. So happy my ribbons are working today. Aren't those pretty? Pretty ribbons. I'm happy. See, I went in and I spent a lot of time making our charts look real pretty for you guys, right? There's something to be said for being aesthetically pleasing. All right, so here's our 5-minute. You can see we came down here. We bottomed out. We put in our double bottom candle here. And now we're back on the move. And it looks like we're seeing this across the board in the crypto market, a complete reversal of the trend. We'll see the same thing when we go to Ethereum here. But there will be a noticeable difference with Ethereum, as you can see. With Bitcoin, we haven't even made it past. Look at this. We're coming up. We're recovering from the sell-off. But look at ETH. ETH has not only recovered from the sell-off, we've surpassed our all-time highs, and ETH is now in new all-time high territories, looking to break that 2,500 level. Like I said, I think we're going to break it by the end of the night. So something to keep an eye on. Here's a new investment. You're going to see a couple new investments today, actually. I have been on a buying spree all day long. I took the whole philosophy of buying the dip to the extreme today. HBAR, the hash graph. This is just a pure speculation play. a couple real prominent YouTubers that are out there talking about this like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It seems to have some momentum behind it, so I threw a little bit of money on the HBAR hash graph. We'll see what happens with this. Very low market cap. You can see this is only trading at 37 cents here. But definitely, I think, has potential to at least go to 50 cents. At least get back up here to our all-time, its all-time high of 41 cents, which would be a nice little trade for us. And you can see we put in a hell of a base here. We've been in consolidation mode for the past few days now, so definitely looking for a big movement here. Next up, XRP, the GameStop of the crypto world. See, we've had a bit of a pullback. We hit our all-time highs. We actually put in a double top. And if you follow me on Twitter, you'll know I actually put out a tweet this morning letting everyone know that we had just put in a double top on every single chart in the cryptoverse. I swear every one of them had this double top going. So we were seeing a clear reversal going into that IPO, which made me real nervous. But again, we sold off, we bounced, and now we're recovering. We put in a nice little uptrend here. Basic attention token, the workhorse of the crypto sphere, still putting in this really long base, really long area of consolidation. You can see we tried to make a move today. We really did. She pumped up, made it to this old high here of $1.57, and then came right back down. So we're still putting in the base, but you can see this level right here at $1.40. It's holding. That is one of the strongest floors I've ever seen. We bounced off it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times, we could say. So I'm still extremely bullish on BATS. Basic attention token. Definitely worth checking out. Engine, we picked up quite a bit more of Engine today. Oh, we also added to our position in BATS too. Saw that little pullback we had when we hit that base again, and I used that as a buying opportunity. Engine, you can see we're still coming down. Let's jump to the 4-hour here. Engine's still trying to recover from its Coinbase listing, actually. It really got the old Coinbase pump, which, if you don't know, is a real thing in the crypto world. When a token gets listed on Coinbase, it tends to do this. And ever since, we've come down, we've been in this consolidation pattern here. What is making me a little nervous, though, as you can see, we have now fallen below our moving average ribbon here, so that we could be seeing a pretty significant trend reversal here, at least in the short term. I think Engine definitely has, a long way to go as far as growing into what its actual price is, especially with the jump net out right now, being able to mint NFTs for free, completely gasless. Pretty incredible what they've got going on. So yeah, still incredibly bullish on Engine. Here's this chart, guys. Look at this. The 4-hour chart of Doge. That's we looked at it yesterday, and what was our candle yesterday? Like right here. That was unbelievable too. But here we are. It just keeps going. Right here, actually, right at 11 cents. Is when I got the FOMO last night. I rode it all the way up, saw us put in this double top here, and I ended up selling right at 13. It was like 13.9 is where I had my trailing stop put in. So nice little trade. Made some pretty decent money on that. I will not hold Doge long term because this coin scares the bejesus out of me. I am not afraid to admit it. VTHO. This was in our news. This was this is the secondary coin on the VeChain blockchain. You can see we keep having these incredibly, what would we call these? Do we want to call these bullish candles, where you get these huge spikes in volume and then they sell back down, right? I mean, I think normally we would call these bearish candles, right? Because you get a surge in buying activity just to have it all sell right back off. But look at the difference in the volume. That's what's really grabbing my attention. These are massive spikes in volume, buying volume. So does that indicate that we're going to be getting a big move in VTHO? Not necessarily, but it's definitely something that's piqued my interest and has me looking at it very closely. So close, in fact, that we took a small position in VTHO today. combined with our position in VeChain, we've got pretty sizable position when you put them both together. Moving along, we've got Binance Coin still just kind of taking a breather after gripping and ripping for 3 days straight. So don't be sleeping on Binance. I think Binance is probably going to $1,000. I know that makes me sound like a moon boy, but there's no reason that it can't. It's got the fundamentals driving it, and if ETH continues to drop the ball, I definitely see Binance easily going to $1,000 a coin. So right now, when we're in this consolidation period here, when we're just moving sideways, especially when we're down in here into our moving averages, now, this is the time to buy. This is the time. These are the coins you need to be looking for. The coins that haven't mooned. The coins that aren't acting completely schizophrenic. You know, when they've calmed down, when they've consolidated, this is the time to be a buyer. All right. ADA. Good old Cardano. What are we doing? You know, let's call it what it is. It's our stable coin. This is our go-to stable coin. You can see we did try to reach all-time highs here at $1.55. We did crack $1.50, which was really exciting. I actually took a position in Cardano at $1. Not necessarily took a position in Cardano, but just kind of shuffled some money back into Cardano when it broke the $1.50, hoping that it was going to hold that level since it had been such a significant level in the past. But as you can see, Cardano disappointed again. I'm still very bullish on Cardano, but I've got to be honest, patience is wearing thin, right? Because here's the thing, even though Cardano hasn't pulled back, I mean, it's not like it really has just gone sideways for months on end. But what you got to take into account is money that you're losing that could be made elsewhere. You know, so if you've had your money just sitting in Cardano all of these months waiting for their next big move to come, you've missed out on thousands and millions of dollars worth of gains in these other altcoins that have just gone absolutely schizophrenic. So definitely something to keep in mind when you're investing. You know, is your money working for you in the best way, if that makes sense? Always be moving it somewhere where it's actually going to be where it's going to be working for you, right? You don't want it to be just stagnant, because at that point you might as well just put it in the flipping bank. All right, next up, Spark Point. Starting to show a little bit of life. You can see where are we? We're right here. We got a bit of a green candle. You know, you see we've really sold off. We've actually gone right back down to our old levels before this big run that initially got my attention. So that's discouraging. But you can see now the curve is starting to lessen a little bit here. We're starting to plateau out. And see now we've got a pretty sizable. Let's jump into the 5 minute. I don't know why we're sitting on the 4 hour. But you can see we're getting a pretty significant movement starting in Spark Point. So we could be finally putting a bottom in. We could be trying to reverse the trend here, and that would just be fantastic. All right, last up, I did want to take a look at Riot Blockchain. I know I don't usually talk about stocks here, but I'm happy to do it. So we're pulling up Riot. Here we are. Let's look at the NASDAQ. Jump into the 4 hour chart, because I got a feeling if we look at the 5 minute, we're going to crap ourselves. All right. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. There's our Riot. My goodness. I mean, let me just say this. If you're a holder of Riot Blockchain right now, does it look like you have anything to worry about? Look at this chart. Does it look like you have anything to worry about? That is a magnificent chart. What you got there is a chart that looks like it's been pulled straight out of the cryptoverse. I mean, somebody plucked it out and put it on the stock market. This is a parabolic move. But the beautiful thing is that even though we did go parabolic with it, which I've got to assume, yep, that's February, the January-February movement where crypto was going absolutely berserk. Look what we've done ever since. We've consolidated. Ever since this move, we have just been in a beautiful consolidation mode. And look what we formed. We formed one of our patented W's. What happens when we form a W? We win. We absolutely win. Check this out. This is something I really want to point out here. We have got a beautiful bull pendant forming here. Let's just draw our trend lines out. Look at this. There's our bull pendant, and you could argue that even right now, we tried to break out. Let me get rid of our stupid drawings here. Get in a little tighter. Yeah, look at this. We attempted to have a breakout today, and I firmly believe that had we not had the Coinbase IPO today, we would not have seen this red candle here. I know it's blue on my screen, but you know what I'm saying. I think what's going to happen now is we're going to come back down. We might even come back down to around $45 right here and retest this trend line. But if we do, if we touch this trend line, I would be prepared to pull the trigger and put my life savings into it. Because what's going to happen at this point is we are going to continue our consolidation pattern here, come down, come up, and there's nowhere left to run. I mean, look at this. We are at the very end of our consolidation. So either we are going to get an incredible breakout here, or we're going to get an incredible breakdown. Knowing what I know about the crypto space and all the catalysts we've got coming in the very near future, my guess is, my smart money, we're breaking up. And this bad boy is going to all-time highs. I would not be surprised. Actually, you know what? For poops and giggles here, let's go ahead and give you an exact price target of where this is going to end up. If we do get a significant breakout, what we can do is we can actually draw a line from our previous low all the way up to our high, and we can actually use this to determine what the breakout will be on our pendant. And you can see that if we break out of our bull pendant here, your price target would be $108. That's a 50% move. That you will double your money on this breakout. Mark my words. Personal price target of Riot Blockchain, $108.43. I will leave this here as a prediction moving forward. I think you're actually going to reach this price target by the end of May. I think possibly the end of April. Hopefully by the end of April you're going to reach that price target, would be my guess. You know what else we probably need to go ahead and add here is Coin. I feel like that's going to be an important one to watch, so we'll get that added. If there's any other ones you want me to add that you want me to go over, don't be afraid. Shoot me a message, leave a comment, let me know. We'll add any things you guys want to check out. We can do some techs on. Really do a deep dive, figure out where these prices are going. Alright, I think that is all I've got for you guys today. Remember, jump over Twitter, give me a like, give me a follow, give me a subscribe on YouTube. The whole 9 yards. Oh, one thing we didn't cover, gas prices. Let's head back to CoinGecko real quick. ETH gas prices, where are we at? Real fast. Is it going to show us? Hello? Yeah, here. ETH gas prices, look at this. They've come down a little bit. It's showing 200 way up here, but I mean, on the low end, you're below $100, but high end, you're still at 150, which is, you know, $40, $50 in gas prices. So, still got some work to do. And I know Ethereum had their update today, the Berlin fork, which was supposed to bring gas prices down. At least that's what some people on YouTube were claiming. You listen to any of the developers and the actual engineers that work on the Ethereum network, they were all telling you for weeks now that this update would not affect the gas prices at all. It's just people being dumb and not knowing what they're talking about. Alright guys, that's all I got for you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for listening to me ramble on. I appreciate you, and we will see you next time. End stream.